Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to decide kind of where my center mark is. And you can do that just with rulers, if my thing will ever let me do that. There we go. So I'm just going to throw some guides by dragging them from the side, just like you've already done. I'm going to line this up as best I can. Then I'm going to hit Alt to pull from the center. And I'm going to hit Shift to constrain the proportions. Then, for right now, I'm just going to put like a black outline on that. We'll deal with that later. Okay, then I'm going to have this kind of inside shape. So I'm going to go copy paste in front. And bring it inside. I'm going to kind of guesstimate there. Okay, and then I'll go copy paste in front again. Now, the reason I'm doing copy paste in front is if I continue to resize with Alt and Shift, then it will already be lined up for me, right? Okay. So now comes the kind of tricky part. If I want to line up something like this, or these things, okay, what I need to do is I need to get those perfectly aligned before I rotate them. Okay, so I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to name this, I'm going to call this the main circle. And everything is going to be aligned to that. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a shape like this, and you'll notice that this one's got something in the middle. I'm not going to worry about the thing in the middle just yet. So I'm just going to make it thinner, get it to be how I want it to be, and then it looks like it is lower than and underneath this part. So we'll probably have to cast a shadow on it. But what I want to do now is I want to make sure that this is aligned. So before I do anything, I'm going to come up here, and it looks like I guessed pretty well. Just to check, Command Y, it looks like a little bit off. Okay, so I'm just going to come down like that. So just right about there is fine. But then I'm not centered. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to hold Shift, and I'm going to click. So now I have both of these selected, the main circle and this thing that I want centered. I click on this to make it the key object. Okay, once that's the key object, you'll see that it changes the align to key object. Okay, so we're going to leave that key object, and I just want to center it horizontally. So click on that, and it moved a little bit. It looks like we kind of made it off. So I'm actually going to, yeah, that's okay. That's fine for now. And so now, the tricky part is we're going to get this. I'm going to hold R, get out of it. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to center this as best I can. I'll be off by something. I'll show you how to fix this. One thing that can help make this a lot easier before I do this is I'm going to make another layer. I'm going to call this hour marks. Grab this guy, put it up here. I'm going to lock this now. Okay, now I've just got that one thing. I'm going to hit R, hold down Alt, so that when I click, I recenter. Okay, you'll notice I'm already off a little bit, which is fine. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do 360 divided by 12. And that will give me the division, right? Then I hit copy. Okay, now I press Command D. And it looks like it's lined up pretty well. It might not be, but it looks like it is. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take everything in this layer and I'm going to group it so that I can align it as one thing. I'm going to unlock this. I'm going to select that group, and I'm going to select my main circle. So Shift. Okay. I'm going to click again on the main circle. So now that's going to be where we're aligning everything to. And I'm going to align it horizontally and align it vertically. Looks like it didn't move. Okay, so now we can do the same thing on the minute marks. So I'm going to come down here like this. This is really just a guide because that's not really there. So I'm just going to come in, and those look like I don't know, we might have to look. They're either circles or diamonds or rectangles. We're just going to call them rectangles for now. And so I can do one of two things. Since I know that this one is already aligned, I can ungroup this. And then if I named those, it would have been a lot easier, but I didn't. So you can already tell that my ruler is off. So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to alt click and drag to make a copy. Okay, and then I'm going to shrink this down like this, right here like that. Get that as lined up as I can. And I know this is going to be in the same spot because I've just held shift as I dragged it, so it's already perfectly aligned. Then I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to make another layer, minute marks. I'm going to move the one I just made a copy of into there. Lock everything else. Grab this guy. Command 0 to go back. R, alt click. That is lined up as you can. 360, except this time divided by 60. We might find that our marks are a little too small. No, they're okay. Then we'll hit copy, and then I just hold down Command D until it goes all the way around. Okay, and you'll notice like over here, it's a little bit off. Notice how it's a little bit off. So we're going to do the same thing, because something isn't aligned. So we'll grab this, we'll grab all of these, and we'll group them into one thing. And then, I'll leave this one. I'm going to grab each of these ellipses. And I'm going to make the main circle the key object, and then I'm going to go to align, center, and horizontal. Okay, and then when I get rid of this, that's all starting to line up. Okay, questions?
Do we not have the, like,